All right, good evening, race fans. We're tonight. That's right, the Clean Racing League ARCA Series, presented by Savage Designs. And for tonight, on a good one, Auto Club. We talk about Auto Club. I talk about Auto Club sometimes a lot, as represented like the Auto Club effect, mostly. Tonight, the ARCA cars, a little bit different here with these cars as opposed to what the trucks are. I mean, these cars here tonight, a little less power, and probably they're close equal to what the trucks are, I would say, as far as downforce goes. But we might see a little bit more of a draft style race. This past Monday we saw a pretty good one, but after a while it gets spread out. So let's see how this one goes here. See the Dusty Martin fans out there. Who do we got? We've got some T-Mac fans. Let's go, Chandler. Okay. All right. So we got a mix out here. Oh, Evan Keeney up top right now. So that's been a solid season so far. Hope everybody's enjoying it. We got qualifying underway. Stay tuned. It's going to be a good one. Well, you're starting 17th, Joshua. That's not too bad. All right. Philip Brown on the top, or Brewer on the top here tonight. If we can't get a word in with Philip putting it on top spot, man, what a run by him. If he's up here, man, we're going racing tonight. There he is. Man, I'll tell you what, down here by himself. Wow, okay. Open, he's an independent driver. Philip, join the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, man, you're on pole here tonight. How you feeling in this car?
Oh, I feel pretty good. I don't know that pole's going to help much. I think it's going to be pretty damn racy.
Yeah, we watched this past, Friday past Monday, and it was in the trucks. And yeah, I talk a lot about Auto Club, the Auto Club effect. Really, track position really matters. I think with this car, it might, but again, it might be. I feel like it might be a little bit more of a draftier style car since this thing is, a little less horsepower than what the trucks. I mean, how are you feeling it's going to go?
I didn't get too much practice time behind people, but I do think it's definitely going to be drafty. So we're just going to have to play it by ear. I don't want to get too aggressive on the start here and burn my stuff up.
How you feel that maybe the tire wear or you know, as far as track position, maybe fuel mileage and stuff?
Well, fuel's going to be weird because we got 30 laps, but as far as
Close,
tire
huh?
wear, yeah, there's going to be some saving if you want to go one stop, but tire wear wasn't too bad. It seemed to level off after 15, 20 laps.
Yeah, that's where I talk about I'd say the Auto Club effect, and that's where I say it kind of wears off after a while and really hard. Usually the start's kind of progressive, but man, I tell you what, on pole tonight, man, good luck out there.
Appreciate it.
There we go. That's Philip Brewer, and you know, new guy, man, Open Independence up here, team out there looking for a guy. Hey, there you go. Already putting it on pole here tonight. Let's look at the rest of it. We got Evan Kinney going to start right there behind him. We're going to show the grid out right here real quick. If I can get my ticker man to cooperate with us. Okay, there we go. And then you see Evan Kinney starting in second. Eric Anderson on third. Boy, Eric, look at him. Jonathan Elardo. Oh, I hope I said it right. Elardo. Starting in fourth. Joshua Altus up in fifth. Caleb Smith sixth. Bo Brady there in the seventh. Kyle Johnson in the eighth. And then ninth place, we got Abram Ghost. Jonathan Gasson in 10th. Look through the rest of this field. All big good ones. We're getting set here to go green flag. Auto Club style tonight, folks. And I tell you, Auto Club is I like the track. But again, it's just one of those tracks that's kind of weird and racy at the same time. But nonetheless, here we go. Pace cars in. Get set to go green flag up front. Philip, Kenny and company. We're racing, man. Clean Racing League tonight. And just what I thought you're going to see. These cars are going to be a lot more draft heavy, I think, here tonight. But I still think track position is crucial on this track here. And right now, Brewer out front with the field. Alardo right there behind him. You got Kenny, Altus and company. Does it pay to be a little bit conservative? Maybe just a little bit. But on the restarts, you've got to be aggressive. You can see it right here, 3 wide. Around about that 5th, 6th, 7th place spot. Because, like you just said, those tires will neutralize all, and whatever advantage you had, it's going to be very tough to get around. And I think these cars, I think it's going to be tougher to get around with these cars than what it would the truck. Truck might be a little bit looser. You can see this 3 wide battle right here. The 58 machine there. Bo Brady, the Bo man. 2 wide, got a battle for second up front there, man. Alardo, man, along with Kenny. Those 2 guys going at each other. 3 wide again. The one thing we're going to see with the 3 wide of these cars, I think it's going to be a lot more stable than what the trucks were this past Monday. And, you know, I haven't got a chance to talk to a lot of the drivers, but I'm just going off what I'm seeing out here and in the past and what we've seen, you know, about these cars. I don't want to take anything away from the drivers, but these cars, I mean, rightfully so, and even in real life, I mean, they are the cars that are supposed to be easier to drive, a lot more stable and whatnot. Adrian, look at that Austin Coupe back in 19. We're going to see if he can't come through the field, so he's got a little bit of work to do. Alardo right now holding on that second spot. He's been able to hold off Kenny. But the big hot seat, man, right now has been around, again, 10th place spot. And we've seen that a lot throughout. Bo's dropped down a couple spots here. Gaston, Steelman hanging strong. Brewer out front leading it. I know we got a mix of folks out there, man, running their favorite ones. Dusty Martin fans out there. He's running 11th. Somebody said Chandler. Let's see where Chandler is. It's David Chandler. He's back here 23rd. So he's got a little bit of work to do to get to the front. There's the boss man behind him, man, Chris Smith. With that Clean Racing League machine. Savage Designs. If you're looking for a good wrap, check out Savage Sim Wraps. They'll get your man looking good on the track. Jacob Grant right there behind them. Yeah, they've got a little work to do at the back. Jamie LaRock, Jones, Howerton and company. I mean, these guys are racing hard back here. 4 wide. And see, with this car, you might feel very comfortable doing 4 wide as opposed to that truck. It might not. Meanwhile, still up front, Brewer's just not able to get away. I don't think you're going to see anybody pull away from the field unless we get some green flag stops. I think this is kind of what you're going to see. Everybody on top of each other, but you will see a lot of a single car racing and guys maybe trying to get the pass. See Evan Kinney right there. You got to run, but getting the run and then getting around the guys, 2 different things. Go high up here just a little bit. Let's see. Good shot to show right there, Gerber. And mixing it up a little bit here tonight. Clean Racing League. An outstanding race this past Monday at this track. You see Kenny, man, he's going to beat the door down to Brewer. But just because he can beat down, knock on it a little bit, get on his ring, man, and, hey, yell at it, doesn't mean he can get around him. That's where the tough part is. You can see it right here. You get on the side, they're just stuck. You can see right here, good shot, man, what these guys built. Gerber trying to drive on the inside. Oh, boy, the 72 got, man, tight, gassed, and had to go to the track a little bit. Almost got in the side there, the 31. Tightness might happen, too. Right now, still a good race. Round about here, about the 7th place spot. They're tossing it up here 2 wide, 3 wide a little bit. Meanwhile, the lead, Caleb Smith out of nowhere. 5 cars up. They got Brewer from behind. Boy, Evan Kinney gets pushed all the way down the track. This is what I was talking about right here. And, drafty tonight. See that inside lane, though. And, we're talking about it. You don't want to tear these tires up. You don't want to get too complacent either. You can see Brewer trying to fight back on the inside. Where's Alardo going to go with it here? And Kenny is blinking a little bit. He is off the pace. All the way back. Kenny might be out of this race. Wow, Evan Kenny. He's around. Kenny is around. Caution is out. What happened to him? He was blinking. Oh, he just got tagged. He spun right there. And if he wouldn't have backed up on the track, I don't know why he backed up on the track. You know me, if he would have went forward, I think the caution might not have came out. Not quite sure on that one. Maybe a little frustration on his end there, but caution out. All right, Brewer out front. Caution. First one of the night. We can't get a word with somebody. Let's see. Oh, Caleb up front here. Look at him. He's been doing good. Well, let's wait and see if they do any pit stops first. Hold on. I don't want to mess anybody up on the pit stop. It is 11 laps in. They might do a pit stop, so hang on. Yep, I kind of figured they were going to come in on pit road. All right, now we might better get a word with him. Actually, woo. Caleb? Yeah, Caleb's gonna come back out. Let's get him up here and go with him. Caleb, join the Booty Cat Copy.
Hey, how's it going, Joe?
Pretty good, man. Well, I'll tell you what, right now, not looking too bad. Just took that pit stop there. I said before the race, I feel like this car might be a little bit more of a draftier style car tonight than what the trucks were. And how you feeling out there these first couple laps?
I mean, it's been a lot of fun. It's definitely tighter than what the trucks were Monday night, which I feel like I run better with. I was able to kind of be a little bit more aggressive racing. You can kind of use the bumper a little bit with these cars, and it doesn't hurt the person in front of you or you. So you know, we've been pushing down the back stretch, front stretch. I know the 40's been side drafting me, and that's huge in this car. So it's really just you know, playing the game and just trying to be here for the end.
Well, you're definitely playing it right now. Looking pretty good. Good luck out there, Caleb.
Yep, appreciate it, Joe.
There we go. Getting set to go back green. Caleb Smith is going to start in around about the third place spot. And, you know, you heard it right there. Yeah, you could see it. The car's a lot more tighter than what it was. Not as loose as the trucks were. So, you know, that's going to make the draft come into play even more. And plus, how smooth you are on the throttle and get through the turns with this car. So, I might like it. It probably drives the way I would like it to drive. Green flag. Gaston on the loud pedal. He's gone. He was the only one that didn't pit. It might be how crucial track position are. We're going to see how well these tires, though. Maybe some of the difference in the tires, but you can already see behind them. Everybody's 2x2. There's a 3 wide, but here comes Caleb. Might be Caleb's night here. Put this thing in victory lane. Here he comes for the lead. Brewers right there with him. How long does it take for him to get around this man here? And again, no matter how old the tires are, it still takes maybe a lap, half a lap, maybe a little more. Here comes Dusty Martin. Well, I said they took tires, but they didn't take tires up front. My bad. They just took fuel. Okay, never mind. So they're all equal on tires. They just took fuel. No, that's why you see Gaston hold them all. Who's the first one who took the tires? That's actually Kenyon Johnson. Or Kyle Johnson, excuse me. Back in the back. But you can just see how much that momentum plays. I mean, Caleb on that inside, and he lost it all. Dusty right now looking good. You're watching Rubino? Let's go, brother. Where's Rubino at? Let's see where he's at. Boy, I haven't talked about Rubino in a while. He's riding 16th right now. Trying to get up through the field. It's the night he's going to place in the top 10, Chandler. Hey, it could happen. I'm going to tell you what, it could. There's T-Mac. The ghost man right there along with him too. You can't see him. He's blind. He's not blind, but you just can't see him. Bobby Mantle out there blinking a little bit. But meanwhile, back up front, Gaston's holding them off a little bit in Brewer, and this is where I'm saying how that track position's crucial. You got Joshua Walters trying to come up through the field. Austin Coop is a man on the move. I don't know how he does it, but he's just back there. Next thing you know, boom, here he comes. Ooh, Palsy Torrance off the track. See what happened to him. He was up front too, by the way. Paulie. Goes to the inside right there. Oh, he got tight. Sideways a little bit. Tried to hold on to it. Slid. See, he kept going. Good job. Lost a lot of ground, but he kept going. So meanwhile, still up front, it's all Brewer's been able to get it now, and then Gaston. He was able to get around Gaston there. Dusty Martin, man, still holding on strong there in third place spot. Austin Coop was just talking about him and how in the world he does it. I mean, 1 minute he's out there just riding, the next minute you know he's up front. Where'd he come from? Out of nowhere. $19 into this one. You can even see with him losing a lot of ground. Steve Gerber there with it with Erica Anderson. Anderson's not in the old STP tonight. Whoa, okay. Switched it up with the Navy car. You figured they'd bring out a boat and it'd be all right. Sail through the field here a little bit. Oh, Bobby Mantle up 15 spots. Good job on Mantle's part. So, caution out. For who? Kenny again? Tore that thing up this time. Why happened to Kenny this time? He gets a run. This time he tore the front end off of it though. Ooh, car in front of him got loose and he had nowhere to go. Yep. Oh, Danny White got him. Yeah. And then, I don't know who that is. That's the 50 car. He can't see. Is that the 50? Yeah, right there. You can't see, folks. Watch him. I mean, he's riding along here. And all of a sudden, boom. Yeah, Kenny, man, it's wrong place, wrong time. And unfortunately, that's what happens. Wow. Might have ended Kenny's night. Haven't had a good car out there. Might have ended this guy's night, too. He sees a wreck. Tries to slow up and then boom. And then all of a sudden, he's got he's like, hey, I can't see nothing. There ain't nobody in front of me. Sticking his head out the window, by the way. This is where you rely on your spotter. Am I clear? Am I clear? Please tell me I'm clear. Okay, caution. Usually when I talk about two on some tracks, are you aggressive? Are you going to be aggressive? Or are you just going to hold back? I think you got to be kind of semi-aggressive here. All right, let's see what we got. And set to go back. Line them up, pace cars in, here we go, off the south front this time. And Austin Koopman of the battle to the front. I'll tell you what, man, Coop's everywhere. You blink, that guy's right there. Can Joshua Altus hold him off, though? Bobby Mantle up there. Here comes Ghost. Oh, Abraham, in a race like this, might favor Ghost a little bit as Austin Coop takes the lead. That didn't take long. Kyle Johnson there with it. Here's Rubino, man, having a run. Look out, the 21. Mulaney, T-Mac. Charge to the front. Brady Howerton. Smith still there in 11th. Brewer finds himself back in 13th because he pitted. When he had a bad pit stop too, 18 seconds. Well, his crew must have been out there and fell asleep in the pit lane. Wow. That's where, man, you find out who's the slow one and you fire that person. They are back racing hard. Yellow's out. Uh-oh. Oh, and Dusty Martin involved in this one. This one was huge. Oh, wow. Let's go back and see what happened. Martin is there. And he gets a little bump right there. I'm in the 19 side by side. Oh, what happened in front of him with the 58? Dusty just nowhere to go. Tries to get on the binders. Oh, and then a car just comes right in front of him. So Mulaney was the one. He was up front here. Him in the 58 doing a little bump. Bo Brady. 3 wide. You see the car get tight right there in the middle. Goes up the track and then just catching him. And oh man, Caleb Smith involved. Dusty Martin nowhere to go. 72 nowhere to go. Took out a few good cars. What I'm seeing now is these cars are tending to be tight, which is what we talked about before. And in the middle of the turn, they're getting very tight. Well, you're trying to push the car. Sometimes you're over pushing. And that car's getting very tight coming up the track. Got to be careful. Got to be careful. Under caution. Altus right here with them. Okay, let's get back here. Back going green. We got Joshua Altus out front. Expecting that a little bit. This track kind of favors him. I would think a race like this would favor him. All right, line them back up 2 by 2. Altus Mantle up front. Hey, Ghost Man. Talk about Ghost. He gonna win this thing tonight. Watch him. He gonna go up here and save it. Let me show you how it's done, fellas. We get up here and then just go boom shakalaka. Well, looks like some of y'all's favorite drivers are up here too. Rubino, he's gonna start there in 6th. Who else? I know we had a Dusty. Unfortunately, Dusty Martin just got caught up in that wreck. Mulaney in the back. Unfortunately, Chandler, man, on pit road, got caught up into that one. So a couple of men out, but pace cars in. Altus and company up front. Back on the loud pedal, we're back green. Look at Ghost, I told you. He said, go, 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 Altus. And they went. Meanwhile, further on back, this is what I'm talking about. This track, remember, just on the restart, produces a lot of aggressive driving. And you see Rubino, man, slide up the track right there. He gets pushed 3 wide. Johnson and Grant. Jacob Graham, he was in the back earlier. Are you kidding? All round, boy. Man. Nav. Round in the back. Meanwhile, back up front. Another battle going on here. There's Johnson. Altus out front with Ghost. And about the 10th place spot, you got Alardo. Rubino there with it. Torrance. See what it looks like inside these machines. They come off the turn. It looks very stable too. Well, up front, Joshua Altus, and like I said, a track like this to fit his driving style. If you're a very aggressive driver, on the restarts it might help you, but after a while you're going to have to be kind of semi-aggressive and semi-patient. Oh, look at this madhouse. 6th place spot, Johnson Mantle. Going after each other. Torrance right there too. Here come Coop. Coop knows how to get back to the front. We'll count him out. We're getting close, about halfway home in this one. A couple more laps. Now these cautions have, I think, brought up the point of, can they go just one more pit stop? Meanwhile, for second place, Brewer says, I'm not done. Grant's there with him. Brewer, he's going to get stuck in the middle. Grant takes it. Coop's there. Brewer falls back to 5th. Grant's down the man in the middle, but here comes Austin Coop. Oh, they're going to make a meet in the middle of the sim. Oh, a little contact for Coop. You saw Coop get tight, run up the track a little bit, and almost got in the side of Grant. Grant never moved from that angle. That's what I'm talking about with this car. You ride, and next thing you know, it just snaps up there tight to you. Look at that run off the turn, man, that Brewer got. And then it fizzles out coming off the turn. High side's rumbling and coming. Here comes Coop. He's going to try to drive her down the inside. The problem is you lose all that momentum to the middle off. Unless you're on the top side. See how tight that car gets, and he runs, man, Ghost up top. Ooh, made it skinny. Everything he needed. Here comes the 78, going to drive her in hard. Problem about driving in hard in the turns, just not going to stick. Coop looked very good coming out of that one. He's going to try that inside. I guarantee he's going to just try to drive it down in the turn. Wow. He does have newer tires, so that helps. Way newer tires. About 16 laps newer than Altus. That helps. Oh, Brewer's going to get caught in the middle. Grant's down low. Brewer's in the middle. Altus up top. Just going to get shuffled back. Don't have that run coming off the turn. Here comes Ghost. He's going to give a shove to Altus. Backs off, and when he backs off, he loses so much momentum. He needs to figure out a way to not have to back off so much going into the turn. Meanwhile, that brings another man up here into 50. He's actually a lap down, by the way. Is he? The 60 car, excuse me. No, that's Torrance. Didn't he spin earlier? What? Able to get back up here? Holy moly. There we get going again. What a bounce back. Love it. Folks, appreciate you tuning in tonight. Live at OSR Network, YouTube, and Twitch. Check us out. Meanwhile, that's 2x2. You got the 5th place run right now. Brewer, Alardo, Grant, Johnson, T-Mac, Smith. That's your top 10. Well, they are side by side. Single file up top, 2x2, 3 wide around about the 10th place spot where Caleb is. Oh, they're going 4 wide. T-Mac right there with them to 78. Oh, they contact. 78's around. T-Mac's involved. Caution is out. What? No, it ain't either. That's one of these guys want to decide to stop on the track, and I wouldn't advise that. T-Mac got involved in that one. We are in the caution. Oh, we were. This SDK didn't update on that one. I'm trying to find where my replay point is here. Don't know how far back this is. We did see it live right there though, folks. I think this one went a little bit too far back. Okay, it's all coupe out front. Yep, yellow's out. I don't know that it's going to show us. I'll have to rewind it all the way back here. Let's watch it one more time. They went 4 wide. We were watching it there. And usually 4 wide doesn't matter, but then the 78 came up just a little bit, got hit into the wall. T-Mac nowhere to go. From there, chain reaction. Okay. Caution. Folks, been a good one here. Auto Club here tonight. Clean Racing League. So boy, take a quick commercial break under caution here tonight. We'll be right back.
And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was in a pretty serious deal, as most people know about. It's a pretty tough deal, very traumatic for my family. A lot of stuff that we went through that people would never understand. Without the assistance from the Steve King Foundation and several other donors as well, we could have come out of that thing in financial ruin. But it just takes a lot out of your family just to go through rehabilitation, all the medical bills. There's so many hidden expenses and stuff that you would never know about until you actually get involved in something like that. And and even if you help somebody out with 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever it is, it means a ton to the person, just to be able to live. and to get through these things. It takes an ungodly amount of money, time, effort, patience, with the families, the doctors, to be able to get through a traumatic experience. And, with the Steve King Foundation, it makes everything a lot better.
All right, back green. Auto Club here tonight. Clean Racing League. ARCA Series presented by Savage Sim Wraps. Austin Coop out front. Caleb right there along with second. Jacob Grant holding the third. Mike Howerton up 24, man, right now. Good run for him up in fourth. Gerber, Altus, Brewer, Ghost, Gillian having a solid run in ninth, and Mantle there in the 10th. And the one thing we've seen all night long, a lot of 3 wide, 4 wide. Cars being very tight in the middle of the turns. A little risky racing so far. Out front still Coop. Caleb's still trying to run him down. Caleb's there. You gonna get him? Oh, he's on his back door. Cooper's tough once he gets out front. And we're past halfway. Battle for the lead. Here comes Smith. Well, he was charging on the inside, then Grant took it away from him, and that right there is what we're talking about, how the momentum swings here at this track. Coops got it. Smith's there. Altus trying everything he can to get up here too. You got Brewer. Ghost. Who's that coming on the inside? That's Caleb again. Grant's having a run tonight. Here comes old Brewer. I'm telling you, guys an independent, man. One of these teams out there need to pick this dude up. Out here, man, doing what he can do. Smith goes right there too on the bottom side with Gerber. Whoa, Altus got tight, swung up the track. That got, man, Ghost Man sideways. He's going to lose some spots. Howerton there with it. Gillian still right there in ninth, having a good solid run, and he might want to back out of it there, or his run might end. Sometimes live to fight another day. Hey, Rubino. He's having a good solid run tonight here too. Trying to battle it out. He's right there in the 9th place spot. You got Gillian still holding on to 10th. Rubino's up to 8th. Anybody got anything for the man out front though? Old Coop is up 13. Grant's up 25. Whew. I said it was going to be hard to come through the field, but he's making me a non-believer. Jacob Grant to the lead. Dives it on the inside, and he makes that pass look easy. The studio man in the Grant studio machine. Whoa, he got tight off the turn. Coop to the inside. The problem is Coop got a little bit wiggly himself. It's going to allow Altus. But Coop's going to drive that thing hard back to the inside. And not going to get that run off the turn. Drag race to the line. It's going to be all Grant. Altus, and I think that's going to be the winning move. If you can't make that pass going into turn 3 and 4, kind of like this right here, if you can't get up, whoever's on that outside is just going to run right by you coming off the turn. And you can see it. I mean, Altus made the run, but then here comes Grant right back. Seesaw battle. And see how you just saw how much ground on that inside lost? Unless you can make it stick off that turn, whoever's going to have that outside coming out of 4 is going to be the place to be. Here comes Brewer. Here comes Caleb. Caleb trying to slide up the track. Can't get it done. Mano's with him. Coop's falling all the way back to 7th. A bunch of the guys on the new tires now coming through the front. Here comes Ghost. Here comes Mano. Smith on the old set of tires can't hold it down low. Gerber coming through the field himself too there. Steve Rubino, look at the drive he's got to the inside. Hold that car down. Ooh, Ghost goes way down the track. What you doing, Ghost? Racetrack's up a little bit. Where's he going? Looks like he slipped a little bit there. Had to chase the car. Not what he wanted to do. Meanwhile, out front's all Altus. And he's got Jacob Grant. Can Jacob Grant fire back here and win this race here tonight? I mean, what a comeback it would be. What a turnaround it would be if Grant could fire up here and win this thing. 3 wide though for second, third, fourth. Grant, Brewer, Mantle. Mantle says, you know what, I'm going to just let them guys battle it out. I'm going to ride behind whoever gets the run. Grant bobbled going into the turn there. Don't allow Brewer to get by him. And Mantle. Just that little bit of bobble. Hurt him. Rubino back here. Boy, don't count Rubino out. Up 13. I don't know. We could have a first-time winner here tonight. Well, Alta's not a first-time winner, but we could. I mean, we got Brewer. We got Mantle and Jake up here. Rubino. Coop. Gaston. Ghost man, that is. Goston. I said Gaston. I call him Ghost. You can't see him. Good old Ghost man. Hey, old Abraham, man, what he does with the Ghost Athletics. Appreciate his sponsorship he does for the Clean Racing League. Him and Caleb Smith both. The CRL podcast too. Check him out on YouTube and Spotify. And then you got Chris back here, man. Chris, what he does, unfortunately on pit road, out of this one tonight, but boss man doing everything he can for the lead. I know he's got to be grinning ear to ear with this racing tonight because it is all out up front. Altus, Brewer, Mantle, Grant, Coop, Ghost, Rubino, Torrance, Smith, Howerton. That's your top 10. And right behind him you got Gerber, Gallardo, Gillian still having a good run. Mulaney, Gaston, and Anderson. And we got a few cars been lapped down. LaRock, Ritter, Nav, Jones, and Johnson. And unfortunately a few cars out, which is T-Mac Smith, Ruggles, White, Brady, Chandler, Martin, and Evan Kinney. Settled down right now. We got 18 left in this one. Woo. It's all Altus out front. I don't think they're going to have to make another pit stop, though. I think they can make it all the way if you pitted. They pitted at 37. I don't know, that puts them at 33 laps. They might have, if this thing goes green, they might have to go another pit stop. That's close. 33 laps. I mean, you got the master of save fuel out front. The problem is, when him being out front, he's not saving anything. and not staying out front, that is. I think with 3 laps, though, you pretty much are committed to having to take another pit stop. I think you're going to have to. You got Grant right here. Mantle battling it out there for the second place spot. Coop. I think we will see some more pit stops. It's a matter of when. 37. Yeah, that puts them at 47, 57, 67. 67 is 30 laps. Remember we talked earlier. That's 3 laps off. It's 33 laps that have to go. The trucks went 33 this past Monday. Gonna be close. Gonna be close. Still some hot and heavy battling going around about 6th place spot. Everybody's kind of calmed down, went single file for the moment. Caleb back here in 10th with Howerton. Or excuse me, about 9th. Howerton holding on the 10th place spot behind him. Alardo and Gerber, they're battling it out too. Good old Clemson machine there. Okay, Jacob Grant, first one on pit road. I don't think they're going to make it. Yeah, I think we're going to see another pit stop here. I really do. I think we're going to see more pit stops. Now it's all about when does the leaders come on pit road. Altus, Brewer, and Mantle, who have a little bit of gap here from Austin Coop. Now you see a battle for second. Oh! No, what are you doing? Oh, Mantle. He got awful tight, man, and ran Brewer right up into the wall. Oh, Mantle just didn't give any room there. I mean, he just pushed Brewer all the way to the wall. Whew. Luckily, it didn't hurt that car too bad. It could have turned out bad for both of them, or at least one. Ghost hanging on to 4th. Having a good, solid run himself here. We're just waiting to see when the pit stops are going to arrive. The top guys here tonight. Look at Rubino having a great run in the Hobo car. Throwback machine. And Coop right there in front of him. Woo-hoo. Carnes got tight, slaps the wall. Caleb Smith on pit road. Pit stops for your top guys here right now. Howerton having a good run. Fortunately, he's 3 seconds back in 8th place right now. Alardo right behind him there with Gerber. Rounds out the top 10. So the top guys are under a blanket a little bit. Coop's a little off. He's on pit road. I knew they had to come in, and I'm going to say that Altus is probably going to take this thing as long as he can. Will we see a no-tire stop? That's what I'm curious. If Altus can stay out long, does he do a no-tire stop? Let's see what some of these other got. 4 tires. Caleb Smith did a 2-tire. Grant did a 4-tire. Problem is Grant still got out in front of Caleb. I mean, they're right there with each other, so tire advantage is going to definitely go to Grant. Altus is going to need a heck of a lead if he goes no tires or two. If he could go 2, that'll loosen the car up. Look right here, Mantle's going again to the inside of Brewer. He gets that run on the turn, but he just can't make that pass. The car gets awful tight. See Coop come in. Coop actually went with 2-tire stop. But even with the 2-tire stop, it's getting held up just a little bit here. You see Jacob Grant right there behind him. And Grant, with the 4 tires, going to make short work of these guys up here. Still with 2 tires, it's a tough pass. Problem is you got 2 cars racing for position and lap down cars right there. This is where it gets really dicey. You've got lap cars that are way faster on new tires. Cars racing, for position. Yeah, Coop gets on the lead lap. Here comes Grant. When does Altus pit? I think Altus needs to pit about now. He's not making it. Now let me say this. I'm going to say he's not making it all the way. But there again, we are talking about Joshua Altus here. I know he would love to keep Grant behind him, but it's just not going to happen. Grant's got those new tires. Here comes Caleb. Now that's for position. Caleb on 2, Grant's on 4. I'm going to say the 2 tires might be a little bit better than the 4. The 4's still going to keep her tight. The 2's going to loosen it up. Now you see them all around. And if Altus is pitting, he's going to need to pit now. And a 2-tire stop is what he's going to have to do. I don't think a 4-tire stop at Altus' point right now, or Brewer or Mantle, is going to be beneficial to them. I think they got to come in and do a 2-tire. Because that's going to still put them at 47 seconds. Yeah. Oh, Austin had a bad pit time, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, 4 to go. He's got a gap over Brewer. They could be saving. They're at a loss right now. At this point, I think Altus is going the distance. Because at some point you made your bed, you're going to lay in it. And I think Joshua Altus now, there's no way he's coming on pit road. If he runs out, he runs out. He's got a second lead, so he could save a little bit. Joshua Altus is not pitting, folks. If he runs out of fuel, he runs out of fuel. Look at Joshua Gillian, that man up here. Good run tonight for him so far, right there in the 8th and 9th place spot, battling with Gerber. And I think Brewer is saving. And Mantle. And Ghost. I think those 3 cars right there are saving with 2 to go. You see them fall back. You see Bobby Mantle now going. Now, obviously, Brewer doesn't want to give up second place, but he's got to think about, do I got enough fuel to make it? Will one of these guys run out of fuel? That's my question. Now Altus has got a second lead out there. He can save. And Mantle's going to take second. He just runs right by him. Ooh, roar right in the wall. Joshua Altus, though, 1 to go. What a fuel-saving strategy here. Master job, and Ghost is up to second. Ghost says, I'm coming. If I run out of the last lap, I run out. Habrin goes to second place. Joshua Altus is way out front. The battle's going to be for third. Altus is out of 4 and is going to win this race here tonight. Abraham Ghost is going to come home in second. Bobby Mantle in third. But boy, I tell you what, again, the master of fuel saving, Joshua Altus. Wow. Now, not to say he didn't have a fast car out there, but the man knows how to save. I mean, knows how to save. And we get to talk to Ghost. Check it out. Woohoo. Okay, let's bring some of these guys up and get a word with them. Bobby joined the booth. Got a copy.
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Well, I'll tell you what, I got my hats off to you guys out there. Y'all ran a long green flag run, and I didn't think y'all could make it that far on fuel, but, man, what a finish, and got third tonight.
Yeah, thank you. I knew it was going to be tight, so when I went in on that last caution, fueled up, and I just put around fourth gear, clutched it in, shut the engine off as much as I could, anything to conserve, and I had just enough fuel to get to the finish line.
Yeah, that's why I knew it was close out there, man. But good battle for you there, man, back and forth. But coming on third tonight, I mean, how was the race for you out there, though?
It was interesting. To start the night, the cars were pretty tight, so it was a bit of an adjustment to get used to that. And by the time I got used to that, later on in the run, the car got loose, so at the end, I was just trying to keep that rear end underneath me, trying to get around Phillip. That was a good battle. He's a good, clean driver. I could get to his inside, but that outside lane was just so dominant, there was nothing I could do.
Hey, like you said, back and forth between you two, man, but still got third tonight. You got anybody you want to thank?
Shout out to the guys here on High Five. Shout out to you, Joe, and all the guys who showed up tonight.
Well, there you go. Bobby Mantle bringing her home in third. Let's bring the man up here. Ghost, join the booth. Got a copy.
What's up, Joe?
Man, I tell you what, hey, I always say they can't see you. They didn't see you tonight. You got up there and got second, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. It was a great race. Had a good time. Man, I pulled the fourth to second for half a lap and got into the wall and screwed myself. But I felt like I had something for Josh. We worked good together the whole day, but once I got in the wall, I was kind of screwed. So I was just fighting to try to get back to second.
I still gotta say, man, my hats off to y'all guys up front there with the fuel mileage there. Did that maybe play a little bit of factor there towards the end and having to save a little fuel?
Yeah, I was saving a little bit as we restarted, but it's so easy to save fuel at the bigger track. So I was clutching sometimes all the way through entry into one and almost halfway through one, and I wasn't losing any ground. So if you're in the pack and there's no one right behind you, you can save quite a bit of fuel at a bigger track like Auto Club.
Well, like you said, man, what a night tonight you had. You got second, man, dude. You got anybody you want to thank? Go Ghost.
Oh, absolutely, Joe. You first. Love watching the broadcast back like normal. I think we all do. We enjoy it, man. It's so much fun. The energy, the way you know, and encapsulate everything we're going through, and as we're racing and you know, going through it all, trying to figure out the fuel mileage and everything. So first of all, hats off to you, and Chris, just for dealing with all of, you know, us when it comes to this league, it's a lot of, headstrong guys out here that he has to deal with and put his foot down. And, all the competitors, everybody. Philip ran a great race. Bobby, obviously my teammate, and congratulations to Josh, but all the high five and formidable guys. Just a great time racing with you. So with all the guys. So I appreciate all of them, and my wife for letting me do this thing.
And no doubt. And like I said, man, y'all keep me on my toes guessing about this fuel mileage out there. I haven't figured out one time. The next thing, man, y'all throw out a whole different rule book at me, man. But
that's what we do to you, Joe.
I know, man. Hey, good run tonight on second, though.
All right, thank you, brother.
There we go. Ghost Man up to second. But this guy, I'm figured out. Joshua, Joy in the booth, get a copy.
10-4, Joe. I got you.
Well, I thought, man, at the beginning of the race, I had the fuel mileage figured out here. But then, again, you came up and just changed the name of the game for everyone. And you was able to save enough and get this win. I mean, not to say you didn't have a fast car, but, man, that's a heck of a saving job out there.
Yeah, thanks, man. Always got to anticipate some fuel mileage races on these big tracks. It didn't, it started out the race saving. It was going to be really, really tight to make it to 35, if no cautions came out, but had a little issues, at the beginning of the race. And then, honestly, it was more of a tire strategy than anything, because we only had 2 sets of tires. So, a lot of guys came in and took their first set, anywhere from that lap 20 to kind of lap 25, around there. Ghost and I just want to give a shout out to Ghost, man. I mean, he did a great job with me when we were on our older tires. There's a bunch of new tires behind us, and he just stayed right in line and pushed me, and we just tried to maintain that top side momentum, as long as we could. And fortunately, we caught that caution there with, I think it was like 31 to go, something around there. So Ghost and I came and took our tires. Philip came and took, I think, his second set. So Philip gave me a run there for a little while, but once those guys started battling behind me, that's the best feeling in the world as a leader, when you look in your rearview mirror and those guys are fighting for second. So got a little nervous once the lap guys were, coming. Jacob, Caleb, Coop, they didn't do anything wrong. It was just, their strategy, and they had to pit, and we're trying to kind of work their way back through us. So, but that really kind of changed the handling of my car, because I went from clean air to dirty air, and fortunately it all worked out. So.
Yeah, I gotta ask too. Normally, when I see fuel mileage saving, you're kind of, back there, but you're out front, and you really couldn't just kind of let off at this track. If not, you're gonna lose all kind of momentum. So, at any point during that last run there, was you like, did I save enough?
Yeah, to be honest with you, Joe, I didn't really save much that last run. We were right on our number when we came in, and I thought about coming to top off. I was looking at my numbers, and I was anywhere from like 1 lap short to 1 lap good. So I was like, split the difference. We'll be right on our number. And, I think I was able to save just a little bit on the restart, kind of taking my time picking through those guys, being on new tires. So just tried to save a little bit, as I was making my way to the front. But once I got out front, I really didn't save anything. I was right on my number.
Well, I'll tell you what, like I always say, masterclass on saving. You got it done tonight. Got anybody you want to thank for the win?
Yeah, as always, Joe, got to thank you and OSR Network. Always enjoy going back and watching your broadcast. You do a great job for us. Got to thank Chris Smith, all our admins, everyone that runs this league. Chris has got a tough job. He really does, and he puts a lot of effort into it, and so we really appreciate everything he does for our league. Got to thank all our sponsors. Ghost Athletics, Ghost Man's been with us for several seasons now. Savage Design Reps, and just everyone that makes this possible. We've obviously had a really good start on the Truck Series side, so I'm trying to cool Parker off a little bit. He's winning a little too much for my liking right now, so I figured I'd come out here, get a little extra seat time. Always enjoy Auto Club. Didn't have the run I was hoping for on Monday night, so we recovered to have a decent finish, but wanted to come out and leave Auto Club with a better taste in my mouth, so that certainly helped tonight. Got to thank Simvar Roofing and Solar. Anyone in the West Virginia area looking to save money on their electric bills, hit me up. I'll walk you through how solar works and see if we can save you a lot of money.
Well, there you go, winning tonight, Joshua Walters. Again, congratulations there, Joshua.
Thank you, Joe. We'll see you.
There you go, winner, man. Folks, tell you what a run tonight, and I just can't say enough about that the fuel strategy there, about what these guys do. But let's get the unofficial results order as Altus pulls it out tonight. Ghost right there in second. Mano brings her home in third. Brewer finishing out in fourth. Old Torrance, man, having a good run there in fifth. Howerton finishing sixth. Steve Gerber there in the seventh. Joshua Gillian finishing out in eighth. Elardo, man, there in ninth. And Gaston finishing the top 10. Eric Harrison right there in 11th. So we'll look out throughout the rest of the field. Had some guys had some real good runs. Unfortunately, some guys having some problems tonight. You see them back there in the back. Excuse me, folks. And so, that's just kind of how the ball turns, so to speak, I guess, here at Auto Club. But we're going to leave it tonight here for the Savage Sim Wrap Designs ARCA Series Clean Racing League. Folks, I hope you enjoyed it. For myself and everyone, have a good night.